Hi all, let's play some chess with 10-minute time controls and rather decent opponent, 2031 rated player, which means this probably won't be easy. What is this? Perhaps going for the Botvinnik setup? No. That's interesting way to play. I don't know if my handling of the opening is all that good, but I'm going to do this anyway. I'm trying to play the English on the black side as I would usually do, though not maybe against these sort of moves, so I'm gonna play should I go for knight f6 and try to play d5? Sure. And leave the e pawn where it is for the moment. Maybe wanting to play b4, rook b1 sort of stuff. Probably want to castle. However, maybe playing d5 now is better, actually, because it might generate some interesting ideas on the long diagonal. So b4 is not something that my opponent wants to do, of course, not yet anyway. As long as the rook is on a1. Now I probably should castle. My opponent will castle most likely. Yeah, and what to do now? Probably e5, kind of, perhaps e4 someday. Not sure where to put the bishop. On g4, don't really want to take the knight, so I'm not sure if I should play there. Maybe b6, bishop a6, and try to concentrate my efforts towards the d3 pawn. Perhaps the only weakness of sorts that there is in my opponent's position. Bishop a6, at least for the moment, seems like the way to go. Need to be a bit careful on the clock since there's no increment on the game now. Perhaps my opponent wants to play bishop c3, maybe I go there, e5, I don't want to trade the dark squared bishops, at least not yet. So I'm gonna increase the pressure towards d3 instead. Not sure. Well, bishop c3, then I probably would just take it and win a pawn, though it might be risky to take it because one of the rooks will go to d1 and then the thing is pinned. However, that's interesting. Now probably knight e5 is the way to go. Sure. Why not? stops bishop f3 ideas. Not that I'm sure that my opponent would want to do that sort of stuff anyway. Okay. This might result in several trades if I take on d3. And can I actually take there? Is the question. Not really sure. Again, rook d1 there after knight takes d3. It's somewhat risky. Not sure if c4 there. Maybe b3. b5. a4. Not sure about that position. I think I'm just going to double rocks there. Maybe bishop takes my knight now. And I have to take back with the bishop. If I take back with the queen, there's a whole lot of trouble there. In view of d4, threatening my queen and the bishop on a6 at the same time. Maybe d4 is possible now. If d4, bishop takes e2 is something I have to do. But actually d4 is not possible because of bishop takes e2. So 5 pieces attacking, 4 defending. Should I take the pawn now? Maybe some risky things there. Takes, knight takes, bishop. No, can't do that. I think it's knight to c6. Perhaps bishop takes g7 now. And I only have 4.5 minutes on the clock. Need to move faster. Bishop f3 might be annoying, followed by queen a4 perhaps. Yeah, this is not looking good at all. Especially with the time situation. Perhaps e5 somewhere there is an idea. Though queen a4 might need to play knight b8 in order to protect the bishop. If the bishop moves, bishop could take this perhaps. However, now e5 I think is the way to go. If queen c3, king g8, just to get out of the pin, like so. And yeah. Otherwise, I should be in control somewhat. But the fact that I have moved so slowly might come back to bite me. So okay, f5. Don't really want to take it, to be honest. However, e4 is interesting. No, it's not, because d takes e4, and the fact that my queen is there causes some problems. So I need to perhaps play this, but then it's probably, well, actually I'm gonna play queen to f8 and trying to go to h6, go after this square or pawn. I don't even need to take that pawn, even going to that and do that square might be quite intriguing. And well, I guess I have to do this now. Knight couldn't actually move anywhere. The reason being that I would have lost a pawn, and I'm still close to losing a pawn. I guess I have to play queen e7 now. Just to keep the material balance. I don't really like my position. I mean, it's okay. The knight on the opposite side of the board is very passive. Probably the only good thing about this. And now well, what to do next? Perhaps f6. Don't want to put my rook to defend that pawn. Want to play rook d6, queen d7 perhaps, and again gang up on the d3 pawn. Okay, might lose a pawn here. Because queen a4. Maybe I just play this. Not that it matters much. Well, it might actually be a good thing, because the queen would have gone to c8 if queen a4, and everything is defended. I'm assuming now d4. The only chance actually for my opponent to free himself up a bit. No, didn't play that. It's weird, I guess. And now my opponent is in some problems. King e2, I play e4. And now plays that. Well, I guess it's possible even now. Which way I should take? Probably this way. And now play e4 and drive the knight away. So this looks quite decent for me. I should be doing alright, I guess. Except on the clock situation, I'm doing quite badly. So perhaps rook here in order to defend the 7th rank. Not necessarily what I want to do, but I may have to do it, so... And this is perhaps risky. I'm gonna play it anyway. Don't have much time to think. Now... perhaps here. Don't know. Just don't know. Do some little threats here and there and see what happens. Let's do that. Kinda wanna get my king here. But not sure how to do it properly. I'm gonna try to get my king to h3. That's the square it is. Well, might also be a bit risky, perhaps. Maybe king f2 now. Be a bit careful, my bishop doesn't have all that many squares. Oh dear. Maybe rook here now. Just to perhaps win the h-pawn. But I'm not sure if I should take there. The pawn on a7 might be even more crucial. Who knows? And of course it's not really sure what I do with the bishop here. Doesn't have all the many ways to defend itself. What to do? Need to do this and maybe go for f4. That might be a thing before my time runs out. Yeah, well, not sure if it was the best option. Maybe it was, otherwise I lose pawn, I guess. Bishop here was the other option. But that didn't really look promising either. Well, now I made a big problem for myself. Oh man. That's interesting. Just taking that. Will I be able to halt the incoming onslaught? Who knows? Well, crazy things are going to happen. Maybe I can actually take enough things so that... whoops. Well, here's the thing. I should be able to draw this. Maybe. Well, too slow. Too slow. Oh well. If only I had time to take this pawn. At least I could have drawn this, but... yeah, here's too much time there. Well, on to the analysis, I guess. Alright, as you can see in the graph, it went mostly well for me. Unfortunately, I'm too slow and I should never play without increment anymore, because time will run out too fast for me otherwise. Okay, let's go to the start of the game and see the Opening Explorer database. C4. The fourth most common or a million times played here at Leeches. And white square scores with over 50% of wins, 44% time. Black wins and all that stuff. Yeah, okay. So, of course, E4, D4, and knight of 3 more common than C4. Right, so C4, C5, I play the symmetrical stuff because I'm most familiar with it and think that my best chances of success are here. So, but D3 is a very rare, well, quite rare thing to play. Knight C3, clearly most common, or 72,000 games have been continued in that fashion. With D3 only 1878. Okay. Other moves: G3, knight of 3, E3, even B3 is more common move than D3. Though D3 might get into the both winning structure later on with E4 and knight C3 and all those things. G3, bishop G2, knight G2. Yeah, so D3, knight to C6, which again is the most often played. Then E3, playing a bit rare lines, I guess, and G6. Most common, but something that the engine doesn't really like. It likes knight f6 better. Move that human players haven't played that often. No, well, only 19 times in this position in this database. Right. But I guess it should be roughly okay still, even if it does give the opportunity for white to play d4 in a more preferable situation than if black had played knight f6. Yeah. And well, good look at this line that the engine suggests. Knight f6, knight f3, g6, e4, d6, knight c3, bishop g7, bishop e2, castles, h3, knight d7, bishop e3, knight d5, and knight takes e5. So, well, yeah, up to h3 it actually was something that had been played before, though not that many times. And then yeah, to knight f3. I mean, knight f3 was what 80-2 played, and it wasn't that good actually. d4 was better, even though it pushes the d pawn for the second time during this opening. It's still the best move for white. After that, bishop g7, and then knight c3, another inaccurate move. Again, d4 was better. d6, d5, knight e5, knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, bishop d3, e6, e4, knight e7, knight c3, e takes d5, c takes d5, f5 is what the engine would like the players to play, but I probably wouldn't go for these sort of things, especially in the case that the king is still on the center. But I guess so is the white king, so who knows what is going on there. Seems a bit risky to me. Okay, the next position here after rook a8. Well, actually you could have checked how long this followed played lines. I mean other games, I guess there's one other game, but knight takes d5. In the other game, white had played bishop to d2. Which I think might be better than what happened in this game, but can't really know for sure. So rook a8. Yes, in this position 91 was played, and what should have gone for queen to a4 instead. So let's look what happens after queen a4. Actually can close this now. Bishop b7, bishop c3, takes, and knight to a5, d4, queen b3, takes, and rook ad1, king g7. I'm honestly not sure if this is necessary. I mean, one might think that there's more useful moves than king g7, but what do I know? Knight to d2, knight takes d2. Seems rather evenish. The pawn structure is almost symmetrical already. Probably heading for a draw with accurate play. And this is much more defensive move than the queen here, of course. Meaning that I did get some play here. Not that I played all that well. And interestingly enough, rook d7 is not even criticized, even though I seem to lose some advantage there. Now the move that, according to Stockfish, is the next inaccurate move is bishop to e2. In this position, and it was weird that my opponent went back with the bishop. b4 instead. What? Reconnecting? No, no, no. But I guess we can see if network error. Oh boy. Well, let's see if we can finish the thing, however. So b4, f6, rook there, there. Knight to b3. Kind of like black's position here. Well, not the pawn structure, but the pressure towards d3, and maybe a bit more active than white. However, not so sure what to do here. I mean, rook b1, I guess, next turn. Knight goes back, and what then? Maybe white will be able to hold this position somehow. Okay, but never mind. I guess I'm reconnected or something, since there's no network error and all that sort of thing anymore. I wonder what happened there, but okay, let's go the game. And next inaccurate move was queen c3. Again, should have gone to a4. I guess the engine likes to take there, and probably it might have been the safer option, because allowing the pawn to go all the way to f6 might be dangerous. Especially if the queen can get to h6 safely. And the pawn be defended on f6. But let's see. Well, of course, well, not sure about this capture. Might want to take with the knight, however, in this way knight can go to f5 and be more active, so perhaps this is better after all. Right, so rook f7 would be extremely annoying. And don't really like black's position. Might have preferred the knight takes after all, instead of f takes g6. In that way, the rook would have covered f7. There would not have been a square on e6 for the bishop, so... But tough to say, I guess, which is better. And the next inaccuracy was played by me when I played knight f takes... no? I mean, I played queen f8. And I should have gone with my knight to e7. Well, admittedly, the knight is well placed on d5, except that it's, you know, sacrificed there. Doesn't survive there all that long. Now, of course, bishop takes, maybe rook takes, and rook takes here. And the position, I thought the exchanges is roughly even, but the problem is the pawn here, so maybe g takes is better. Alright, but let's go a bit forward. Rook f6, another inaccurate move, should have played bishop f3. And be followed up with bishop to b7. And replied by an inaccurate move, rook d6. Should have gone to h6 with the queen. The idea being that rook takes here, queen takes here, wins a pawn. So rook d6 was a unnecessary move, I guess. Queen c1. Well, this indeed seems a bit better than what I did. Definitely more in control. I may not have needed to use that much time and not lose on time because of it. Okay. So, next blunder, I mean mistake, was b5. Should have gone to c6 with the rook. So, similar stuff, I guess, seen in the game. Except white is doing a bit better, perhaps, here than in the game. And another inaccurate move, rook c8, should have gone to c1 and bishop h3. And replied again inaccurately with rook h7. I wouldn't have done these sort of things, even though the engine is confident that this is the best way to proceed. I'm not so sure about it at all. And rook c2 could have been the losing move. King f2 was perhaps something that I anticipated. But taking on h2 and giving up the bishop, well, in exchange I do get the pawn trio, which might be rather strong, but this pawn troubles me and not sure at all about it. But I guess rook can go here behind the pawn and maybe it's not that problematic. But then these pawns are starting to fall. Not sure what is going on there. And here I should have again played f4 check. However, rook e7 is still perhaps a decent move, even though it's considered as a blunder. But it also shows that I should be roughly up a pawn in the evaluation, so I wouldn't consider that a blunder perhaps, since the advantage at least remained on my side. Well, this would indeed be very, very nice. And here I guess king f3 I should be doing comfortably here. And yeah, well, again, mistake, king e3. Go on c8. Even though in here too I would have been in control of the situation. And the remainder of the game was clearly in my favor. Unfortunately, time wasn't, so. And the annoying one pawn left on the board that allowed my opponent to win. Okay, thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye bye.